The medieval spear that we have known about since November has finally arrived. Sir Lancelot. It has a new Jabby, Stabby animation that is really cool. I absolutely love that we don't need to slash with our spears any longer. So in this video I decided to go through my initial thoughts on the new spear, and of course I took the Luna in for it. But anyway, Sir Lancelot, it's here and it is in the event store, logging in on day 576, and I had some upgrades, not grabbing my all the llamas because it was not a mythic, but my normal llama went gold, and I mean 50 V-Bucks, it's a steal. So I absolutely had to grab this. I know it's unrelated, but it's a llama. I love bashing those, so it was coming in here. Anyway, 1680 gold. Bought that and everything else that I wanted in the store. The important thing for me about the new Sir Lancelot spear is that the heavy attack isn't a guaranteed knockback. It will like stagger and knock back smaller enemies, which means that it is close to useless for kinetic overload, which is what I am having a great deal of fun with in the game right now. So that was a downer right from the start. But besides that, if we look at the impact on it, it is one of the lowest spears in the game in terms of impact. So if you are like going for an impact build, this is probably not going to be the spear for you, even though it has perks, 2 perks actually, that allow you to boost up impact, so you can definitely play with it that way. Leveled it up, mine came with physical damage by default. These are the perks on it. It is a pretty interesting perked weapon in that we can go crit and damage all the way. We only have 1 attack speed, we can go some armor. And the 6th perk on this weapon gives you armor for 5 seconds that stacks up to 5 times, so you can get 40 additional armor by going Jabby crazy with it. So my initial dream for this weapon was to go with a speed build for it, but with just 1, man, I mean it's already a pretty fast spear, 0.67 seconds. I feel that is okay, but not being able to boost up the speed much more was a bit of a downer. I went rare on the perks because I'm pretty down on perk right now. I'm fooling around with other weapons that match my normal playstyle much more. And of course I went in and grabbed Deadly Lotus Luna and leveled her up. She has just been dormant in my account because spears have been pretty horrible. But with her, spears will deal affliction damage, 18.5% of the weapon damage, that is huge, and additional 50% damage to afflicted targets. And this is the build that I went with. Deadly Lotus Luna as the main, dim mark for survivability, cheaper heavy attacks, corrosive strikes, and rapid charge for getting stuff back, dragon days for area stun, and medicinal fumes, just for additional survivability. I took her into a power level 100 encampment mission to fool around with it, and this is the heavy attack. Yeah, so it is. I'm gonna dig a little bit more into that, and these are the normal jab attacks. The first thing that I want to say about this weapon is that it simply damages too few enemies compared to other similar weapons. That is the massive downer on it. The heavy attack is too short ranged and deals too little damage for my liking as well, based on, of course, the perks that I have on the weapon and the hero setup that I have, so a lot can change. But this is a power level 130 weapon in a power level 100 encampment. I should be owning these much more. I compared it with my Whirling Doom 106 weapon, and the amount of area damage I can do with this is simply unreal. With Deadly Lotus Luna, it shines, I feel, much more than the new Sir Lancelot. But this is really something that you need to keep in mind. Sir Lancelot is a completely different type of weapon. It is your survival weapon, and that is why I wanted speed for it. You want to build up the speed, you want even more survivability. Perhaps you even want another perk than dim mark, so that you can survive while jabbing things melee style. And let's be honest, Deadly Lotus Luna is all else equal a pretty horrible ninja in that she doesn't have Dragon Slash, which is close to a need for endgame missions in my opinion. I also compared it with my favorite weapon, also a 106 Neon Scythe here. In terms of clearing out creep, it was also more efficient. I mean, I dealt more damage with most of my other weapons area-wise than I did with Sir Lancelot, so it is not in any way, based on the perks I have and my initial gaming, a good crowd control weapon. But if we had another hero that could just dragon slash through things, I would be left with some kind of tougher opponents that I could jab out, and I think it will really shine in such a situation. I'm gonna be looking a little bit more into the actual charge attack, because as you can see here, it's just not even clearing out this creep. It should be like demolishing everything. It is a 130 like rare perked up weapon with a hero that matches up with it. It should be dealing absolutely crazy unreal damage, and this is what it does, like that. Oh yeah, 151,000 damage. I'm dealing physics damage, so it should, like, it's double up if it had been an ailment husk, but look at this. This is the range that we have to work with, and it is one of the reasons why this weapon is something you need to learn how to play with, because you can't really use it as a bull rush as such, even though you can stop charging smashers. So that is a unique, really cool usage for it. You can stop charging smashers with this spear, and that alone I feel is a good reason to get it, to have it in your arsenal, because when don't you need to do that? I mean, as a progressional player anyway. So it is definitely a weapon I think you should be getting. It can stop charging smashers. It is great with a hero that has more area options than Deadly Lotus Luna, because she, in my opinion, is a pretty bad base hero. Anyway guys, that was what I had to share about Sir Lancelot. I hope you enjoyed. As always, thank you very much for watching, and a huge thanks to all of you writing in LokeHansen as an Epic Games creator. Thank you guys so much for that.